So how do lease bank instruments and monetization work? Technically, a financial instrument can be leased or purchased from an account holder, an asset holder, or an asset management company. It's very simple. Leasing a bank instrument is similar to leasing any other thing, like a car or a house. Most people already know that, but when it comes to monetization, they are completely wrong. People assume that something that has been leased cannot be monetized, as it is not belonging to the leasor. In the case of treating a bank instrument as a simple asset, they are 100% right. However, in the case of monetization, they are 100% wrong. When a corporation finishes the leasing or purchase application agreement for BG or SBLC, what they effectively do is lend collateral, what is technically called collateral swap agreement. The usage of a financial instrument indicates credit enhancement. The monetizer with the receiving bank requires a credit facility. When any company or individual leases or purchases different types of bank assets, they gain the rights of usage of the assets for a predetermined time. Therefore, the leasor can monetize a leased bank instrument. So does the bank instrument worth something? Yes. Bank instruments are a lot of value, and an individual or company can monetize it in turn of generating profit, enough to pay for provider's fees, any loan granted to the beneficiary, and monetization cost. And if you are looking forward to funding your business for its growth and expansion, then one of the better ways would be to lease a bank guarantees and standby letters of credit as well. Getting a monetized BG or SBLC is the easiest and fastest way to get some much-needed funds for the company. Bank securities can be monetized and then used to create markets for trading. To understand this, let's say that you own an oil company and want to purchase oil from the refinery. Here you can rent an SBLC from a provider, instead of using your own funds inside your bank account. But to issue, receive, and hold financial instruments, you need to have a special bank account called custodial bank account. Also, when a client sends an application for a bank guarantee or standby letters of credit, sending a SWIFT message isn't cheap. These are bank charges that normally cost at least 2% of the face value of BG and SBLC. Now, if you're wondering what part the bank plays in BGs and SBLC transactions, then practically speaking, banks do not issue BGs and SBLCs. Instead, bank only works as the deliverer or the courier, not the initiator of the transaction. Let's say you use a courier to deliver the parcel to your customer. Now here, the courier is the bank, the provider, that is you, and the customer are the actual dealers, and the courier or the bank simply does its job. These are a number of reasons why banks don't issue bank instruments, BGs and SBLCs. If a bank wants to raise capital, it doesn't use BGs or SBLC, because a bank either issues bank bonds, midterm notes, or bank stocks or shares. Bank never uses its own cash to secure or encumber a bank instrument, BG or SBLC. In the bank, BG and SBLC are secured against client cash accounts of the provider. BGs and SBLCs are niche market client products, instead of bank products that are created at high net worth bank clients' requests with a large cash holding at the banks. And most of the bank officers don't even know about what leased bank instruments are, or that a BG or SBLC can be purchased from a provider. They are just privately available for their high net worth clients. Genuine bank instrument providers are hard to find, and it's because the banks do not market BGs and SBLCs as their own banking goods, only because they are not authorized to do so. Other than that, just issuing BGs and SBLCs requires a very specialist financial skill set, and the highest net worth investors do not have experience and time to involve themselves with the issuing process of the bank instrument. In reality, you need bank instrument providers more than they need you. Bank instrument providers are very selective in choosing who they would do business with. We offer best rates and a low initial deposit. We also offer our clients the choice of leasing and monetization via our company, and the customer pays for the leasing fee minus the initial deposit via the same loan disbursement. So apply for a lease and monetization of a bank instrument today.